Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And last time we left with a cliffhanger on top of a cliff. We can stay and fight them, right? There's like 8 of them.
Let's do this. I believe in you.
They go down in 2 hits.
I don't have much choice.
Come on. Let's not do anything stupid now.
I kind of agree with that guy. Wouldn't it be stupider to jump off this thing than to try and fight them?
By the way.
Oh, we finally learned his name. Hey, he's Super Saiyan Blue. And, you know, the guards just kind of let them do that. I mean, they ran up to him. They could have, like, completely surrounded them instead of, you know, just stopping and talking. This looks like the intro scene. The intro scene when you fire up the... It is. Oh, there's the cute slime. I just want to see the cute slime again. Okay, so that means we're at the beginning of part 7, and everything we've done so far has just been intro sequence. Oh my goodness, is this going to be a long game? Not that I mind. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are too.
Wake up, lazy bones.
Hey, it's Luminary,
Come on,
not Lazy Bones.
Up you get.
Hi there.
Finally. I was worried we'd lost you for a minute there. You've been out cold ever since we jumped. Had to drag you all the way here on my own. But what a jump it was. I closed my eyes, put my faith in the luminary, and somehow didn't get smashed into 1,000 pieces.
So how come it was you that woke up and not,
In fact,
you know,
I woke
the
up
luminary?
on the forest floor at the bottom of the cliff without a scratch on me. Amazing what a
And
little faith
how
can do.
come Jace didn't wake up at the same time you did?
Anyway, I guess you and me must be at the top of the King of Heliodor's most wanted list by now.
Yeah, probably.
Which means we can't hang around here too long. Let's go say thanks to the nun who looked after us and be on our way.
That sounds like an idea. Alright, Eric is still not technically in our party yet. I don't know what I was doing there as past gameplay me. Hey, jars. Flaxen thread. And strong medicine. Okay. Those are nice things to have. Strong medicine could come in handy. Well, we have, like, higher HP, but we don't have the heal more spell yet. None, I am talking.
Oh, don't worry
Stop
about
interrupting
him.
me.
He's just fine. And thanks for looking out for us. We owe you one.
Not at all, dear. I'm just happy to see you both well again. But if you are leaving, you must be careful on the road.
I don't want to be careful on the road.
Dangerous criminals have escaped from the capital and are at large somewhere in the area. Oh, I shudder to think what wicked deeds they might be capable of.
Oh yeah, we'll have to watch out for them.
Criminals, you say? Dear me, that doesn't sound good. And you heard this when you were in Heliodor.
I did indeed, my child. There were guards everywhere. They are searching high and low for the villains. And I heard that the mighty knight Sir Hendrik himself has headed to the mountains in the south with his troops. They say he means to block the road to Cobblestone, the village the fugitives came from.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
good to
but you
know.
must forgive me, poor lambs. I did not mean to alarm you. They will soon be caught, I am sure. Justice will be done. And until
Well,
then,
I hope
you
the
are
justice
free to
will be
remain
done
with us
part
for as long
happens.
as you please.
Thanks. We appreciate that. We're going to get a little fresh air. We have a few things to discuss, right?
Yeah. Just scanning around, seeing if there's any other items.
Cobblestone, eh? Never heard of the place. I never even knew anyone actually lived in those mountains down south.
How could
Is
you
that
not
really where
know
you're
that?
from?
It's like, well, I guess I don't know
I'm
about,
guessing you want to go see
you know,
what's
to the
happening down
northeast
there.
and west
But
of
you need to be
Heliodor,
smart.
but
You won't
it's the
get
closest
past
town to
Hendrik
the south of
unnoticed.
Heliodor.
If you're going to make it there without getting caught, you'll need to avoid the main road. And if you want to do that, you'll need my help. I know every back road there is to know in these parts. But I've got things to take care of in Heliodor first. I left a little something in one of my old haunts downtown, and I need to get it back. So,
Oh,
you coming
okay.
along for the ride? I did help you break out of that dungeon, remember?
Yeah, I'll come
That's
with you.
the spirit. But
You've
we
been
can't
nice to
have you
me, so
bringing
I'll be
us any
nice to you.
unwanted attention. Ah, I've got just the thing. Here, put this on and keep your face hidden. Otherwise, you're gonna get nabbed as soon as you set foot in Heliodor.
Does everybody even know what our faces look like? I mean, some of the guards do, but... Okay, that's not
more
keeping my
like
face
it.
hidden.
If you're gonna be a wanted man, you might as well look the part. Right. Let's head north and hit town.
Well, it's Dragon Quest, so we'll just trust that it works.
Glad you're coming along. The seer told me to stick with the luminary when I found him, and that's just what I'm going to do.
Well, sounds good to me. And so, classic Dragon Quest music, we have recruited Eric to our party. Which is awesome, and now they tell us about pet powers. So, basically pet powers are kind of like double team or triple team moves you can use when your characters are pepped up. Or they go Super Saiyan. Because that's what we're calling it. Eric's skill trees, he can use swords, knives, boomerangs, and guile is just his, general thieving skills. At this point, I haven't decided what I want to go into yet. He does get some nice passive power boosts by using swords. Yeah, look at that, attack plus 20. But, and then there's whatever down there is. Then over here we have dual wielding. I definitely want to get dual wielding. I do know that for sure. But that's going to take a few skills in the knife spot. I suppose I should talk more about these skill trees in the Dragon Quest games. I've kind of touched on them a little bit. We're not going to get enough skill points to max out everybody's skill trees, so what you'll have to do is basically pick and choose what you want to go into. And I like this system of customization. It allows for customization, but there's limited customization. And I wonder if this can be like Dragon Quest VIII, where, say I had like boomerang skills and knife skills, you can't use them both at the same time. Like, you have to have a boomerang equipped to use the boomerang skills. Makes sense, right? And that bit is still true, but in Dragon Quest VIII, what you could do is say you get into a battle, and your character was holding a knife, but there's a whole bunch of enemies, so you want to use a boomerang. You can switch mid-battle, and it won't even cost you a turn. You just switch and then go, okay, let's attack with boomerang. I don't know if that could happen here. Boomerangs are really nice because they will hit all enemies. Not just a group of enemies or not just a single enemy, but all enemies. So they're nice when you're fighting, 4, 5, 6 monsters at once. But boomerangs, in contrast, tend to be a bit weaker on the damage output per single target. So they're not as good of a choice of weapon if you're using them like against bosses or against 1 or 2 enemies. You want to have a large group of enemies to damage. That's when the boomerangs really shine. This guy has a side quest. We have to do it's basically a tutorial side quest, another one of those. I don't mind that. So what we have to do is use our pep up power. Pep up power. If you say that fast enough, it almost sounds like Peppa Pig. We're going to use the Peppa Pig. Oh boy. Oh hey, Wells. In the Dragon Quest games, I think it started with the 3rd one. I don't know if the 2nd one on Game Boy, the Game Boy remake port, allowed you to go down into wells, but you go down into wells and you can find some good items, some treasure. Yeah, there we go. Although I don't remember most of the wells being this big, but yeah, always check the wells, and I have been checking the other ones. The other ones that I've run into thus far have been kind of just like boarded up, so there's no way you can climb down them. So this is the first well that we can actually climb down. And there's one other path around here we have not taken yet. Ah, a treasure. Who puts all this stuff in the well? Well, regardless, that was, got a pointy hat. Okay, now look at that. I will sacrifice 2 max MP for all of those boosts. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And then let's give you... Bandana's not even good for you. You have another hat. Okay. Well, I guess that's fine then. And we're all set to get out of here. Okay, I think we've finally finished exploring this section. Now we can move out into, this main area, this main road here. The Mangle Grove is to the left. Yeah, I'm willing to bet they're not going to let us go to the Mangle Grove right now. So it's almost not worth my time to even try to explore it. We'll just go... Yeah, we'll make our way back to Heliodor. I'm sure the game will send us to the Mangle Grove at some point. Okay, post-commentary, spoiler, we're gonna go to Mangle Grove somewhere, sometime. We have new enemies, Bodkin Archers. These guys are kind of annoying. When you first encounter them, this is an enemy that has appeared in Dragon Quest games before. Oh, Jace is still pepped up here. Okay. Let's attack. Yeah, we'll attack the same one. Because I don't know how much health these guys have. But, cast buff. Don't cast buff. It's rude. I guess our pep-up state lasts quite a while. That's cool. Oh! And Eric is now going Super Saiyan. Well, hey, now that they're both...
bites the dust.
Sure. Now that they're both pepped up, we should try our double pep-up power. So what was I saying before all of that? Oh, the bodkin archers. Yeah, they tend to be fairly fast, and sometimes they tend to be more evasive, at least than what you saw in that last battle. And this is just from past experience, past Dragon Quest games that I've had to deal with the bodkin archers. All right, let's try this thing. Let's Platypunk and another archer. And here we go, pet powers, the real decoy. Okay, so it requires both our characters to be Super Saiyan for this to work. So let's go ahead and do this. Why don't we just kind of brutalized him? There we go. Well, now that's
easy.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. No, it even gives us a message that we can go back and see the guy because we completed our side quest of using the pep-up power. So we'll just go back here and talk to this. I'm so proud of myself. It was a long and arduous task. Well, we did get a gold chain for that. And the stamp of approval there. Okay, let's see what that gold chain does. Or this is me being paranoid about maybe I didn't find everything at first because I didn't come out this way. I didn't know we could get to the side. I can't see a dang thing with all these trees. So it really doesn't matter. I don't end up finding anything, but this would be a good place to hide something. We're going to give this gold chain to Eric. You can see defense, max HP, and charm are all going up. So yeah, that's a good thing to equip. And I don't see anything special out here. Of course, all I can really see are tree branches. But I think that's all we can do here. All these trees. I told you guys, these trees are like the worst part about this game for me right now, is when the trees impede our view. Okay, but with that, we can head onward. And we've seen all these enemies before. We haven't fought you yet, at least not in this episode. So the Fright Bulbs. And yeah, the first spell will take one out from full health. And we can just attack this one, and yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, a treasure chest. I like how it's just dropping out of the sky on us. I'm not going to question the physics of that. Hey, look. With this, we get buzzberries and a flurry feather. Those buzzberries are actually going to be useful coming up. Yeah, I know, post-commentary insight. It's going to happen. But if you're playing along, do make sure you get those buzzberries. We are going to need them. They will be required very soon. A butterfly wing, and then another one of those little ghost things. I hope I don't need to keep track of where all those ghost things are appearing, in the sense that we're going to get some sort of item or way to interact with them and get something from them later in the game. Then we have to go back and find all the ghost appearances and collect all the stuff from them. because we have seen a lot of them so far. I mean, I suppose it'd be a good excuse to rewatch my videos while I'm playing this game. That's like a double dose of late night mega. That can't be a bad thing, right? Alright, but now we're going back to Heliodor. This is going to be downtown Heliodor, which means more city exploring. You know, I thought about cutting out some of the exploring, or the initial exploring.
Heliodor, home to rogues, ruffians, and all my other favorite kinds of people.
Oh, wonderful.
About a year ago, me and Dirk, my partner in crime, managed to acquire one of the royal family's most precious possessions, the Red Orb.
Oh, the Red Orb. Can it be more generic of an orb?
We'd stashed it somewhere safe so we could pick it up later.
Oh, I bet.
Right down there is the biggest, stinkingest garbage pile in all of Heliodor. Me and Dirk buried the orb slap bang in the middle of it.
You hit the orb in a pile of it. What if someone
looking for it there?
What if someone comes and picks up the garbage? What?
Time to go liberate that loot.
Yeah, let's hide a very important treasure out in the open where anyone can just go and grab it. All they have to do is search through a junk pile. And apparently, being in this open public space, you know, nobody saw them hide it there to begin with. There's so much wrong with this. Anyways, on the topic of exploration, since that's kind of what we're doing now, I do view this as kind of part of the game, so I will show all initial explorations, because this is a Let's Play, and Let's Play means you're playing along with me, and we're in this together, and this is Dragon Quest XI. This is what happens when you play the game. And this is my experience going through it, so yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And I've seen some other Let's Plays of RPGs. I know it kind of makes the game go on a bit longer, especially when you walk into a house like this and there's nothing there. It's just kind of a waste of time, but hey, we wasted that time together. But I've seen some other Let's Plays of RPGs where they'll show like all the exploring and walking through the dungeons and that, but when it comes to battling the enemies, or the enemies that they would normally encounter, random encounters, whatever the case may be, they'll show off like each enemy once, and then they'll cut out all the other random battles. And to me, from that point, you're just watching a character walk through the dungeon and skipping all the battles besides the first couple. And to me, it doesn't really give a good experience or a feel for the game. It always kind of annoys me, because the enemies do kind of wear you down over time. Yeah, you show off, you know, what they can do, what they look like, how to beat them, you know, whatnot. But they wear you down over time, and part of the challenge with RPGs is dealing with that and making sure that that you're prepared and healed up and whatnot, and that's all part of the gameplay. And so if I'm doing a Let's Play or watching a Let's Play, I want to see all of the normal stuff that would happen along the way, including all the normal random enemy encounters, because that's part of the game. Just like this shopping is part of the game. Now we can buy a new dagger. Now here's where I'm putting my money management or efficiency to task here. 150 gold could only increase our attack power by 2 for Eric. I'm gonna hold off on that. Oh, and sometimes when you talk to people behind the counter, they'll have some sort of funny phrase. Be like, normally when people want to shop, they meet me at the front of the counter. Something like that. This is just generic item shop, so nothing else useful here. Although in the Dragon Quest series, in general, you'll want to check the item shops when you get to new towns. Don't expect that every item shop is just going to have, you know, basic healing and status recovery items. No, no, no. There have been, like, pieces of equipment that you can't get at other shops in the area. That happened in the first Dragon Quest game. First item shop we even went to had a special, what was it, a dragon scale or something that we could equip, an accessory we could equip. So sometimes you might find things like that in item shops. So always check the item shops, at least in the Dragon Quest games. Other RPGs, yeah, it's whatever you want it to be. Okay, so we have parts up here we can explore as well. We better get something good out of this. Oh, okay. Well, that means we're going to walk along these. This does seem like a very dangerous way to build a town. It does not seem practical at all. I'm just saying. Like having houses, look at that over there to the left. Just having houses attached to the side of the wall. How do you get in there in any practical sense? How would you live in there? Could you imagine doing that? I couldn't. I mean, I know there's apartments and stuff that exist in the real world that you can, you know, but those have stairs or elevators. They're attached to the ground. They're not just attached to the side of a giant castle wall. That's weird. It's night. You know, it feels very fitting to be exploring this downtown Heliodor at night. Can I just jump down from here? Oh, come on. Falls from infinite height don't hurt us in the Dragon Quest games. We know this already. I guess I have to walk back. Oh, I see a treasure down there. You see that too, right? Good thing I did not jump down yet. Whee! Yeah. Okay. We got that thing. It's a silver coin. It's kind of a special coin. You can sell it. I don't know how much it sells for, but that's really about its only purpose. I believe I found those sorts of things in Dragon Quest VIII. I would get them from battling like certain monsters that were like a bit tougher in the area. So it was nice battling them because it gets you some extra cash if you need it. But I'm going to hold off on selling those things for as long as possible. Not just in case they have an extra purpose, but just in case, you know, we get to a town and I'm like, hey, there's some really good equipment here, but I'm kind of really short on cash. And then I have these items in my stockpile that I can be like, hey, I can liquidate those and turn that into... You can tell I'm a finance person. I'm talking about liquidating assets and turning them into cash. We got a Seed of Agility. We're not going to liquidate that. We're going to eat that. And, yeah, the Dharma Coin. Okay, so this boosts our agility. We're going to boost Jace's agility because he has less agility than Eric. Eric is kind of the fast thief character, yeah, so we can walk off there. So, yeah, I do want the hero having some agility. I like the hero being well-rounded in all his stats, especially in the Dragon Quest games. Okay, there's a guy we can talk to. He's just the tavern owner. Can I climb up here? I can. This doesn't get us anything. Very well. Oh, this is the trash pile. I know, we're a couple minutes over.
Keep a lookout, okay? I'm going to grab the loot.
How much you want to bet it's not there? It would just be too convenient if it was right there.
Somewhere. It's definitely here. I'm 1,000% sure.
Who didn't see this coming?
It's not here. You gotta be kidding
I like
me.
Eric's voice there.
Me and Dirk were the only ones who knew where it was. Wait a minute.
And no one else would have ever
rat.
searched a trash
He
pile.
must have done the dirty on me and taken it for himself.
Done the dirty on
Damn
me?
it. I should have known.
That doesn't
Thieving
sound
little-
good.
Oh, wait till I get my hands on it. I'm gonna find him. And you're gonna help me.
Well, I got nothing
Okay.
better to do.
The inn we used to crash at is just over there. Come on. It's the only one with an upstairs. You can't miss it.
Oh, look. We have even more of this area to explore. So I guess we're going to have to do all of that next time. Yeah, let me get turned around here.